Alright now, using the information in the envelope I've provided, exclusively focusing your attention now, using the information in the envelope, focus on 40.89 degrees north, 9.55 degrees west. I want to say it looks like, I don't know, it sort of looks, I kind of got an oblique view of a pyramid or pyramid form. It's very high. It's kind of sitting in a large depressed area. Alright. It's yellowish, ochre colored. Alright. Move in time to the time indicated in the envelope I've provided you and describe what's happening. I'm tracking severe clouds. More like dust storm. It's geologic problem. Seems to be like just a minute. I've got to iron this out. It's really weird. Just report your raw perceptions at the time. You're still early in this session. I'm looking at a after effect of a major geologic problem. Okay, go back to the time before the geologic problem. Total difference. It's before there's no I don't know. Oh hell, it's like mountains of dirt appear and then disappear when you go before. See, large flat surfaces, very smooth angles. Walls, they're really large though. I mean, they're megalithic. Alright, at this period in time, now before the geologic activity, look around, in and around this area, and see if you can find any activity. I'm seeing it's like a perception of a shadow of people. Very tall, thin. It's only a shadow. It's as if they're there and they're not there anymore. Go back to the period of time where they are there. It's like I got a lot of static on a line and everything. It's breaking up all the time. Very fragmentary pieces. Just report the raw data. Don't try to put things together. Just report the raw data. I just keep seeing very large people. They appear thin and tall, but they're very large, wearing some kind of strange clothes. Alright, now holding in this time period, I want to move from your physical location in space to another physical location, but in this time period. Move now to 46.45 north, 353.22 east. Move in this time to 46.45 north, 353.22 east. Deep inside of a cavern, not a cavern, more like a canyon. I'm looking up the sides of a steep wall that seemed to go on forever. And there's like a structure with it's like a wall of the canyon itself that has been carved. Again, I'm getting very large structures. No, intricacies, huge sections of smooth stone. Do the structures have insides and outsides? Yes, they're it's like a rabbit warren. Corners of rooms, they're really huge. I feel like I'm standing in one that's just really huge. Perception is that the ceiling is very high, walls very, very wide. Yes, that would be correct. Alright, I'd like to move now to another location nearby. Alright, move from this point in this time to 45.86 north, 354.1 east. They have appears to be the end of a very large road, and there's a marker thing that's very large. Keep getting Washington Monument overlay. It's like an obelisk. Alright, from this point, let us move to another point. Move now to 35.26 north, 213.24 east. It's like I'm in the middle of a huge circular basin of the ranged mountains by almost all the way around. Very ragged mountains, very tall. Basins very, very large. Scale seems to be off or something. It's just really big. Everything's big. I understand the problem. Just continue. See, just a right angle corner to something, but that's all. I don't see anything else. Okay. Then let us move to a little different place, very close. Move from this point that you are now in this time to 34.6 north, 213.09 east. The cluster of squares up and down, it's like you want to make them square anyway. They're almost flush with the ground, and it's like they're connected. Something very white or reflects light. What's your position of observation as you look at this thing that reflects light? It's amid a oblique left angle. Sun is weird. Look back down at the ground now, and we're going to move just a little bit from this place. Just a little bit from this place. 34.57 north, 212.22 east. Very close by. Now move over there now. It's like I can just perceive like a radiating pattern of some kind. It's like some really strange intersecting kind of roads that are dug into valleys, where a road is just a little below the edge. Tell me about the shapes of these things. They're like real neat channels cut. They're very deep. It's like the road went down. Okay, now I notice electrically you've nulled out a little bit, and I want you to stay deep and recapture your focus here. It's really tough. It seems like it's just always very sporadic. I realize that. It's very important that you maintain your focus. I have a movement exercise again for you, and this is some considerable distance away, so holding the focus in time, remember the focus in time that you had before, and moving now to 15 degrees north, 198 degrees east. Take some time and get back deep. See the intersecting whatever these are aqueduct type things, these rounded bottom carved channels like rose beds. See pointed tops of something on the horizon. Even the horizon looks funny and weird. It's like different, misty, like it's really far away, very vague. Okay, another movement now to 80 degrees south, 64 degrees east. See pyramids. Can't tell if it's overlay or not because they're different. Okay, do these pyramids have insides and outsides? They got both, and they're huge. It's really it's an interesting perception I'm getting. It's filtered from storms or something. Say that again. They're like shelters from storms. These structures you're seeing? Yes, they're designed for that. Alright, go inside one of these and find some activity to tell me about. Different chambers, but they're almost stripped of any kind of furnishings or anything. It's like a strictly functional place for sleeping, or that's not a good word, hibernation in some form. I get real raw input, storms, savage storm, and sleeping through storms. Tell me about the ones who sleep through the storms. Very tall, again, very large people, but they're thin. They look thin because of their height, and they dress like it's like a real light silk, but it's not a flowing type of clothing. It's like cut to fit. Move close to one of them and ask them to tell you about themselves. They're ancient people. They're dying. It's past their time or age. Tell me about this. They're very philosophic about it. They're looking for a way to survive, and they can't. Can't seem to get their way out. They can't seem to find their way out. So they're hanging on while they look or wait for something to return, or something coming with the answer. What is it that they're waiting for? There evidently was a group or a party of them that went to find a new place to live. It's like I'm getting all kinds of overwhelming input of the corruption of their environment. It's failing very rapidly, and this group went somewhere, like a long way to find a place to live. What was the cause of the atmospheric disturbance or the environment disturbance? I see a picture of like, oh hell, it's almost a warp in a, oh god, this is difficult. It's like going let's see. The raw data. Oh, I get a globe. It's like a globe that goes through a comet's tail, or it's through a river or something. But it's all very cosmic. It's like space pictures. All right, now before you leave this individual, ask him if there is any way that you... Ask him if he knows who you are and if there is any way you can help him in this present predicament. All I get is that they must just wait. Doesn't know who I am, thinks he perceives I'm a hallucination or something. Okay, when the others left, these people are waiting. When the others left, how did they go? You get the impression of a... Don't know what the hell it is. It looks like the inside of a larger boat. Very rounded walls and shiny metal. Go along with them on their journey and find out where it is that they go. Impression of a really crazy place with volcanoes and gas pockets and strange plants. Very volatile place. It's very much like going from the frying pan and into the fire. Difference is there seems to be a lot of vegetation where the other place did not have it, in different kind of storm. Alright, it's time to come back now to the sound of my voice, and to present time to right now, the 22nd of May, 1984. The sound of my voice. Move now back to the room, back to the sound of my voice. Back further now to the sound of my voice on the 22nd of May, 1984. End of interview.